Hello and welcome to Neighborhood Real Estate Update, where we bring you hyper-local, timely, and accurate information about real estate in zip codes all over San Diego County. Today is June 20th, 2023, and we're talking about Poway, the great city of Poway, the biggest little city you'll ever love. We've got tons of stuff going on in Poway. Housing types ranging from modular mobile home parks all the way to multi-million-dollar horse properties up in the hills. So there is a lot of variety in Poway. There's a lot of stuff to do in Poway, a lot of places to eat, and a phenomenal school system. It really is hard to beat Poway when it comes to a city in California. There aren't too many statistically better. So let's get right into it here. If we move, let's see, we're going to move that one up and turn me off. And the first thing I'm going to do is take a look at how many homes for sale in the entire county. And we have surpassed 2,500 for the first time in many months. It has been a long time since we've seen any number over 2,500. And this number has been creeping and creeping and creeping every week up as new listings are just slightly outpacing pending sales. Although tomorrow and the next day, I will expect to see this number drop down a little bit, so potentially back down below 2,400. But we are working our way up. So let's get right into it with Poway. Get that out of there. Get our zip code in here. And let's look at active, pending, and sold for the last 30 days. Now, if Poway is holding true to form, we are going to see 30 days back, close of escrow. Okay, 132 properties. That's a larger number than we've seen. Let's check out the ratio of active to pending, because that'll be interesting. That is sort of one way to gauge how much demand there is out there. The last couple of months when we've been looking at Poway, as we've been looking at most other zip codes, what we're seeing is a heck of a lot more pending than there is active, which means that there's a ton more properties in escrow than active. But then as we have been watching this over the past few months, this number of active is growing. And the one thing that we're kind of watching for is the average market time, because if average market time on these 44 actives begins to increase, that would definitely point to waning demand. But let's get a look at what's happening here. So we've got 44 properties active right now in Poway, and the average market time on those 44 is 46 days. Now here we go. We're looking at pending properties. There are 59 of those, so still more pending than there are active, and the average market time on these pendings is 23 days. Now when you go up here and look at 46 days on average for the actives, we have a few that are in the higher end, way higher end here, 5.7 million, 5.995 million. That have been on the market a while. 168 days, 105 days. Here's a $2.6 million property on the market for 221 days. My point in highlighting these, here's 129 days. My point in highlighting these is they are pulling up on this average days on market. I suspect if you pull out these high market time properties, you're going to find that the average market time is much closer to 30 days. But certainly on these pendings, they're happening fast. This is, pretty blazing fast market time here. 23 days on average, even with some high market time properties in the mix there. 196 days on that one. There's a few over 40 days. But really in 110 days on that one. By and large, most of these pendings you're looking at, a week or less, certainly less than 2 weeks. There's definitely a few that are over 3 weeks, a handful over 30 days. And, you've got this one that's nearly 200 days. So certainly more pending than there are active still, but the most active properties we've seen in Poway in a long time. And at one point we were having double the number of pending that we were active. So it's coming more into line, but demand is still strong. And only 29 closed in the last 30 days. So 30 days from now, boy, we should see a heck of a lot more closed in the last 30 days because we have 59 pending. I would expect to see a number much closer to 60. Activity is picking up, which is actually kind of amazing to me. As new listings are coming on the market, they are getting snapped up even with interest rates close to 7%. So that is really pointing to a very robust market in Poway for sure, and across the county as well. So 29 sold in the last 30 days, average market time 27 days. Again, that's pretty similar to the pending average here. And I think the active average would be really similar without those handful that are, up around 300 or more days. So that's what's going on with active, pending, and sold. Let's get a look at prices here. Let's take a look at our InfoSparks graph, and I can get you this graph very easily, and it will update automatically. If I send you a link to one of these graphs, you are going to see every month it's going to update for you. So let's look at Poway here. Let's look at 92064, and what we are tracking right here is median sale price. So this blue line here is San Diego County. This orange line, this much more jagged orange line, is Poway. Now the Poway line is more jagged because San Diego, you're looking at the median price across the entire county. You're just looking at Poway here, so it's a much smaller sample size. Let's get rid of San Diego County here and just look at Poway so we don't get confused. We are looking at 3 years worth of median price here. So going all the way back to January of 2020 when the median price was $817,000, and now here we are, May of 2023, a mere 3 years and 5 months later, we're at $1.1 million for the median price. This includes attached, detached, and everything else. If we were to just switch to detached properties here, you'd be at $1.238 million for the median price. So, and again, you can see how we can quickly determine, looking at different property types, mobile, manufactured, twin home, attached, so my goodness, if you're even the attached properties in Poway, median price is $909,000. That is crazy. So let's go back to all property types. So whatever you're interested in, if you want, and I could zoom in and track just your neighborhood, just your street. This is 3 years worth of data. You can see here that the high for all property types in Poway was March of 2022, and that was the high for the whole county. If I add San Diego County back in here, March of 2022 was pretty much the peak, where the median was 1.285, and here we are at 1.1. And then last summer, or well, this was in the fall, okay, so last fall, it was all the way down to $869,000. Man, if you were trying to time the market, here is obviously where you should have bought. It could come down again, but rates were high. However, I think last summer rates were very similar to what they are right now. So the market is defying gravity to a certain extent, defying logic to a certain extent. But my main point here is just showing you this graph and letting you know that we can do this for you, and we can hyper customize this to your neighborhood, whatever parameters you want to see. And we can do, original list to closed. In other words, list to sale price ratio, market time, these Moinv forecasts. Frankly, I haven't played with that too much. I don't know what those are. Price per square foot, the number of active, pending, sold, dollar volume. A number of different parameters. I think what most people are interested in as homeowners is what is the average sale price in my neighborhood and how is it tracking. We could customize this to look at homes just like yours across the entire zip code. There's just no limit to what we can do here. And so please reach out and let us know if you'd like us to do a custom graph for you. But here we are, May 2023 was the last data point, and the median sale price across all property types in 92064, $1.1 million median. Insanity, folks. That is just, it's crazy, and I don't mean it shouldn't be that way. I just mean, wow. But then, of course, you go back here and it was 1.285, but the money was so cheap back here. You're talking about 3% mortgages, and here you're talking about 6.5% to 7% mortgages. So, go figure. It's all about supply and demand, right? So let's quit yakking about that and bring this back, bring me back, and I will tell you, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We love to do special requests. I would love to customize a graph for you, send you a link, and then all you're going to have to do is click that link every month to see the next data point, and you'll be able to track exactly what's happening within whatever parameters you'd like me to dial in for you. Very easy to do, very happy to do it. So with that, I will say, see you later. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Neighborhood Real Estate Update, and then San Diego Market Watch this Thursday, and of course Friday, the ever popular Friday show. And if you don't know what that is, tune in and find out. All right, so with that, I will say have a great day, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.